Hi, everyone. My name is Cynthia Gibson-Horn, and I'm the CEO of Motion Therapeutics. We produce the BalanceWear product line to assist people with their balance and mobility. March is a special month as we celebrate National Multiple Sclerosis Awareness. Today, I'm going to be speaking with Marty and Josie from Ohio, who got a BalanceWear just over 4 years ago. They will be sharing with you how Marty found out about his diagnosis, what his first BalanceWear assessment was like, and how he's been the last 4 years while wearing BalanceWear, as well as where they've traveled and also their interactions with TSA. I think you'll enjoy this short 15-minute video as it really shows what BalanceWear can do to help people with multiple sclerosis. Thank you very much for listening, and please enjoy. Thanks. Hi, Marty and Josie. How are you?
Good. How are you, Cindy?
Good.
Yeah. You know, it's been a long time. When was that you came out to see me?
2016.
2016. So 4 years, at least.
Yeah.
4.5 maybe.
Oh, it's been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like just a year or two ago.
I know. What was that when you got your first vest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got the vest in October, and then we went out there the following month or so because we couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
We were shocked.
Yeah, because I remember getting a phone call. You're the only person who traveled up to see me, actually.
Yeah, we were like, we got to thank her.
Yeah. So, Marty, do you want to tell us a little bit about your diagnosis and when it started?
About my diagnosis?
Yeah. Why did you get a vest?
That was 1998. Was when they diagnosed it. I kept putting off my getting exam to see what was wrong with me.
What were your symptoms?
I had a lot of legs were weak, balance was getting bad, and I just knew something was wrong. I wasn't normal. I knew something was wrong, but I really didn't want to know what was wrong. I kind of thought I had MS because of the family. My mom had it. I was on the floor and I got up and put my head down. I had like electricity going through my whole body.
Mm.
So I knew something was pretty wrong because that wasn't normal. And he told me that was normal for MS patients. It's called Lhermitte sign. And he needed for me to go in and get checked. So that's how it all came about. They did a MRI and he found that I had a spot on my brain, and he didn't say for sure what it was. He didn't want to guess, but he wanted to make sure it wasn't a stroke or something else or a tumor. So he wanted to check me for MS first with the symptoms I had before. So that's when they did the spinal, and he came back and told me that it was MS.
Mm.
And it was progressive.
So you have
he
primary
put me
progressive
on-
MS? Or
Pardon?
you have primary progressive MS? What type?
Primary progressive.
Okay.
So he said there was no medicine for primary progressive, so he put me on he gave me a high dose of steroids, just I don't know, give me a boost or something.
Because you were still working too. You were still.
And I was still working at the time, so.
And then you went to Copaxone.
And Josie, what were you seeing?
Yeah, because he works at for Chrysler, for Jeep. And so he works in the factory. So he would come home and he would just be exhausted. You know, it'd be like, he'd come home, take a shower and maybe eat, and that would be the end of him. You know what I mean? And then he would go to work. So it was like, you know, we knew something wasn't, you know, because I mean, what was that? So that was what, for 24 years ago. So he was like in his 40s, you know, and it was like, that is normal.
I couldn't believe how many people don't know about this vest, and they should know about it. And I was telling everybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't believe it myself when the first time I put it on. It was like a miracle.
Thank you. Yeah. So you went to BAM, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
How you found out about it? I think they might have just taken my class.
They had a poster, or they had something on there that said about their balance, you know, about your balance then. So I was like, wow, Marty, why don't we try this? What do we got to lose? I mean, you know, so we went to the doctor's eye doctor, came out, and we went over to BAM and we started talking to him, and they said, yeah, you can come in and get it, you know, an evaluation. So we were like, okay. So we made an appointment, and the rest is history. We went and met with them, and Melissa at the time, Melissa had just taken your class, and she had told Marty, she says, I think I have something that might just help. Let's try it. And then that's when she had him walk. And at the time he had a cane. He was using a cane because he was sort of unstable when we would go out places, like, you know, and he had to walk a distance. So then he went to there, and she said, let's try something. And then it was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable.
At first, I was a little hesitant because that's what a lot of them all said. You know, we can help you and we can get you better. And so I didn't. It was like, is this same old? And
They go home
and she even noticed it on my face afterwards, that she told me that you didn't look like you were going to go for it at first, but the look on your face. But then, yeah, the rest was history.
So tell us a little bit about the vow. I know that I teach, so I'm sure this is what you received, a perturbation process to determine where you lose your balance. And then we place these weights on their body to stabilize you. What was it like when in that first eval, when they're nudging you? And I don't know what, I didn't see where you were losing your balance. I didn't see your eval, but what was it like as she began putting those weights on and you were becoming more stable? What did you think?
Well, I was thinking, why you keep pushing me this way, that way? And I was trying to understand what these weights were going to do. It was something all new to me, and I didn't know how these things were going to make me walk better. And it was overwhelming. It was that these little weights and were going to make me walk.
Did you feel like after you got the weights on and she continued to perturb you that she wasn't perturbing you as hard, maybe? That's what some people tell me, because they're more stable.
Oh, like when she tests you, you know, when she first tests you and you lose your balance, but then once she gets your weights where they're supposed to be, you don't move as much because you're straight up and down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then she probably just said, okay, go walk. Right.
Right.
And you went and walked, and
That's like now when I put this vest on, I don't even think about walking no more. Before I used to think about walking, looking at the floor, and I know Josie used to always say, why are you always looking at the floor? But before I had the vest, I had to look at the floor in case there was something that I could hit with my feet and trip, but now I don't worry about that no more with the vest.
Yes.
I don't worry about tripping or something in front of me, because I can move now and get out of that situation with a quick turn to the left or right.
That's great. I love to hear that. How about walking and turning your head? Are you able to, like, I know it's winter, but in the summer and getting out, I think you even sent me something with you on a bike, right? Didn't you?
Yeah. In Hilton Head, yeah. We bike ride and then and horseback ride, remember?
Yeah,
Went horseback
I was
riding.
on the beach with a bike.
But have you done that before?
No, I would fall just getting on the seat.
Hmm.
Um,
So where all of you traveled with the vest? Sometimes I like to hear where people have traveled.
Actually, a couple years ago,
We
I went to Hawaii, and
2 years ago. Climbed up.
we met these people there in Honolulu that wanted to go up this,
Trail.
what?
It was a trail. It was
It-
up to the
It
lighthouse.
was like Diamond Head going up,
Wow.
but this was more, it was straight up. It wasn't gradual or nothing. It was straight up. And then when you came back down, you were going straight down. And I had my vest on, and it took about an hour. I forget the mileage it was. It might have been like 1.5 miles to get up to the top, and you overlook the ocean. And it was beautiful, but I could do that with my vest all by myself. I didn't need no help from nobody.
It was Makapu Point, it's called. The east side on Honolulu, the east side of Oahu. We went up
And so then you were in the Hilton Head and you were in California to see me. Where else?
And we also, last year, or we went to,
Laguna.
down to Laguna, but we went to, what's below Laguna? Oh, geez, La Jolla.
Oh, La Jolla.
And we went down those steps. Have you ever been there? Those steps that you can
Beautiful
go
area.
down to the water? Yeah, actually, we have that on film, and we were going to send it to you.
Oh, good. Okay.
We do.
But they did have a railing to hold on to. It was just, steps going down to the beach. And I told Josie, I'm not going to use these
Really?
railings. I said, so you just go down to the bottom and watch me come down, because I'm going to go down with just my vest.
Oh, wow.
And I did that, and I came back up without holding on.
Wow, amazing. That's
Mhm.
great.
But
So go ahead.
no, we take it, that actually was a game changer with our travels, because we'd like to travel, and then he got to a point where he didn't wanna and then once he got this vest, I mean, we travel everywhere with it. It's not a problem going through, TSA, just going through there. A lot of times they stop and talk to you like, hey, what is it? They're interested, and no, I've never seen it before or whatever, but
Tell us a little bit about what you do going through TSA, because that is a question a lot of people ask me.
you know what?
Actually wear it, or do you put it in the bin?
Yeah. We've had it both ways. It just depends on who, some airports will say, can you take it off and come through? Which he says, yeah, and then they'll give him a cane or something, just for if he needs it or if he wants it. We put it through the bin and it sends it through. Or there's other people that say, we tell them what we are, like our little, we'll tell them what it is, and then they'll say, okay, come on through.
Do you find that when you take it off that you have carryover? Like,
I do.
If you think, when you think about how you used to be before the vest, and then getting the vest and using it a lot, when you have it off now, are you back to where you were, before the vest, or are you different? Are you same, better, or worse than you used to be? Even though it's several years later.
You're better when you take
I'm staying more
stable.
with since I got the vest, I've been staying better more. And there's days where I'm not even having it on, and I still feel it going through me still. It's still helping me.
Right. I call that carryover. So there's a way to look at neuroplasticity, and one is a chemical change. So when you're wearing it at first, the brain is having chemical changes that make you better. And when you take it off and you stay better for a little while, those are chemical changes. But as we move with better motor control for hours a day, over and over and over through everything you're doing, that's the amazing thing I think about BalanceWear, is it allows you to move better a lot of the day, which then trains the brain to have more structural changes, meaning that you are better than you were when you started the vest. But and you have MS, and you have primary progressive MS, and you should be worse if you think about it.
Yeah, right. It's been 24 years. I mean,
yeah. And so I'm really happy to hear that. It's been a long time since we really talked, and so I didn't know what we would hear today, and I'm really glad to hear that you're doing as well, so well.
actually, he had a MRI. It was just last year, wasn't it? In 2020.
Yeah.
And there's been no change.
Wow,
on the MRI.
that's great. If you are a client with multiple sclerosis and would like to learn more about the BalanceWear product line, please contact us at 888-330-2289 or visit us on our website, www.motiontherapeutics.com. If you are a therapist and you are interested in providing BalanceWear to your clientele, please take a look at www.balanceweareducation.com. You can receive 2 hours of free education regarding all the foundation and the research supporting the use of BalanceWear with your clients. BalanceWear provides a personalized solution to improve balance and mobility immediately through a wearable garment. If you know someone who is unsteady or has fallen, BalanceWear may be just the solution you are looking for.